Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Bullet Motorsports. Right next to me we have a 2007 Ford Mustang GT500. It's powered by a 5.4 liter supercharged motor. Before we go into full details and go for a test drive, be sure to like and subscribe below. Back to this car, it has extremely nice paint. So normally you would have vinyl as your stripe, and the prior owner decided to get it painted. So there is, when you go over it right now, this is legitimately paint, it's not a sticker. And I like how they broke it up with the vents here for the engine. They kept that black, they didn't keep the stripes going through it. Paint has been ceramic coated. The wheels look great, so when you look at it, it has a set of Steeda wheels on it. And then it does have upgraded rotors. You can see that they did a brake upgrade right here. So you've got the Willwood 4 pistons. Normally they have a small little caliper that just doesn't fit with the amount of power that this motor puts out. But I want to start off with the front end. So I'm going to open up the hood. We're going to take a look at the engine. I'm going to go over some of the modifications it has. So it has tasteful modifications. Still the stock motor. It's never been opened up. It has the typical pulley setup, full exhaust. So it has full headers, long tube headers. Let me open this. So here's the heart of the Mustang. You got yourself a 5.4 liter motor with a root style supercharger. It has very tasteful upgrades. So it's got a 2.6 pulley. So that's 12.7 pounds of boost that's going to be fed into the motor. You have a lot of little accessories like all the billet stuff that makes it look much better. It has a cold air induction with a Steeda mount right here for your mass airflow. You have the brace here from Steeda as well, which I don't know if they came with this, but if you do know the answer, leave a comment below. You've got your oil catch can, so that's a great modification to have. It does have headers on it, so these are long tube headers, and then it goes to an X pipe and it goes out with Bassani exhaust, and you're going to hear it. It sounds unreal. But look at how clean it is. You also have an Optima battery, and I believe there's a, let's see here, an AFCO Racing heat exchanger. I have to look at my list because there's so many cool mods on it. I'm actually really excited to drive it. So here's your line lock next to the JLT intake. You also have another dipstick, Shelby dipstick. What's pretty cool about this car is it has a signature from Carroll Shelby on the center section of the plaque, and then they've got clear bra that covers it. So in case you have a detailer that doesn't know what he's doing, he's not going to wipe off that very important signature. Just a beautiful piece of history there. So this is a 2-owner car. The second owner drove it for about 15,000 miles. The husband purchased it for her, and it was her daily driver. They did most of the modifications and the paint work. Let's go ahead and go to the back. You can see the signature Shelby emblem right here, and then look at how nice the paint is. I mean, there's no cut marks, extremely clean, and I like how, you know, they cut everything perfectly. When you're looking at this stripe right here, perfection. You've got your Bassani exhaust. You can see the dual tips right there, and I love how the Cobra emblem has the red in there as well. Taillights are in excellent condition. This paint is easily a 9 out of 10. I don't say that very often. Passenger side, look at how nice it is. And it actually hooks. So if you leave the traction control on, you can hook. It has 570 horsepower, 567 torque, and that's to the wheels. That's not to the flywheel. Tire size in the rear is a 315 35/20, and I love the Steeda wheels that they decided to put on here. Also, when we open the trunk, there's going to be a cover. Let me open it for you right now. Okay, so when we open the trunk right now, you're going to see that it has a Shaker 1000 setup. That's the best stereo that they had at the time, and it has two subwoofers and an enclosure with an amp. And then this will be the cover that goes on top of your convertible top. Also another Carroll Shelby mat, and then you've got the tuner, your SCT tuner. It's been programmed. And we're gonna give you guys a list of all the modifications so you know what you're getting. And it's not crazy, they didn't open the motor, just the typical stuff you would do. Passenger side looks just like the driver's side. As I said, 9 out of 10 easily. You've got a shorty antenna, and then I think it's time for us to start it up. Has an Exetti clutch, stage 2, so that's good for 1,000 horsepower. Oh yeah. Also, when you look at the interior, you're going to see that they have the Cobra insignia right here. And you can tell that it has a shaker hood based on the speaker size on the door panel. So the shaker has a larger diameter. They have a bigger woofer. And then your cigarette port, you've got it oh, it's not a cigarette, but it's like a charging port. My voice is changing because the exhaust sounds so awesome. You ready? Take a look at the motor. Watch the supercharger. We're inside the cabin right now. Steering wheel is in extremely nice shape. You've got red stitching throughout, and that matches the whole entire persona of the vehicle. You've got your red inlays on the door panels. All of your gauges work as they should, and you have 28,911 miles on the dash. It's been meticulously maintained. We've sold several cars for these for this family, and they spare no expense when it comes to their cars, their boats, any type of toy. When you look at the center section, you have the Shaker 1000 stereo right here, and it's MP3 capable. You also have your control for traction, which we're not taking off. Not going to hit any crowds today. You have your line lock. So when you click this, I hear the solenoid click, and it turns, you know, you hold it while you're doing the burnout, then you let off, and then it'll roll forward. Your air conditioning's working, and we're going to run that today because it's about 95 degrees. Let's go ahead and put it in gear and go for a ride. We're going to take it down Ravenswood. We're just going to go through the gears. And then what we'll do at the end of the video is we'll do a second gear pull. Clutch feels, it's extremely heavy. It's a stage 2 Excetti, so that's good for 1,000 horsepower, as I said before. Steering is very responsive. This has full suspension, all the modifications you're gonna want. You can see it's telling me to shift because I'm at a higher RPM. The light comes on. We're in 4th right now. What I'm gonna do is show you that the clutch doesn't slip, so we're gonna go into 5th. No slippage at all, and the RPMs it's pulling. We're going to go over some bumps here. We've got larger diameter wheels, but the suspension is set up so nice that it's still firm, but you're not bouncing all over the place. So watch, here come the bumps. And this is a convertible. Listen to that exhaust. Oh my gosh, and then when you downshift, it's even better. Woo! We're going to turn right here. We'll get back on Ravenswood and I'll do a little pull for you so you can make your decision on if this car is the right one for you. It's amazing. You hear the supercharger? The steering is like, it's super responsive too, so it's extremely tight. They made about a little bit over 10,000 of these. They only made 2,600 plus or minus of the convertibles, so it makes it pretty rare. Also, it's signed by Carroll Shelby. And we're going 60 and it breaks loose. What else do you want to know? It's like a jet. We were driving a jet. Then you downshift it. Brakes feel good. Suspension's awesome on this car, so you can kind of roll into it a little bit. And it picks up. That's just partial throttle. So brakes, let's test them out. We're going 60. That's impressive, and it doesn't have any vibration or shimmying. You know, they're not warped. And then, listen to that sound. Oh my God. I mean, it's really refined. If you guys are looking for something that you can drive every day, have plenty of power, listen to the whine, shift easily, brake easily, this is a car for you. 2007 Mustang Shelby GT500. 954-363-2261. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go and do a second gear roll towards our warehouse, and you guys will be able to see the power that this thing can lay out. We're just going to roll into it. It's fast. I don't know if you noticed I had to feather in second so that we wouldn't start to push the rear end out, but it actually goes really straight. So this thing has full suspension. I'm gonna give you a list of everything on the car. It's set up properly and it's a ton of fun. You're not gonna find another GT500 like this with the painted stripes. The lady that owned this vehicle, she drove it every day and she meticulously maintained it. Give us a call, 954-363-2261. Carol Shelby, Carol Shelby, Carol Shelby.